We actually got one of the craziest leaked Pokemon screenshots of all time. Let's dive in. Okay, we're not wasting any time. Jumping right into it. Centro Leaks and Kaka have leaked this screenshot of a new Pokemon that seems to be like a purplish eye with this big gray jaw, mouth open, and a lot of people are speculating what this is. Apparently this came directly from Kaka. We have a lot of leaks to talk about today, so stay tuned. But this one is bonkers, dude. Actually getting a clear-ish image of a new Pokemon. A lot of people are speculating that this is a few things, right? First thing, a lot of people think, oh, maybe this has to do with Fuecoco's line. That seems to not be the case, but rather it might be closer to the Hakefish, which apparently is how you say it. Thanks for the 800 comments on how to say it. It may be related to that, because when you kind of line it up with what that fish looks like, you can kind of envision it being similar there. But otherwise, I think that there's still some kind of gray area. Some people are speculating, and maybe it's related to a paradox form of like Hydreigon or Zvilis. So a lot of speculation there, but it does seem as though this is going to be the first look at a brand new Pokemon in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which is nuts. Let me know in the comment section below what you think this ultimately is. And before I dive into the rest of the leaks, because there's a lot to talk about today, including paradox forms, I gotta let you guys know we just revealed a handful of new Alestrals today: Sluggle, Globby, and Majesty. Check these out, they are incredible. If you have not been following my project Alestrals, we're launching on Kickstarter in November as a card game, but we've got some amazing stuff planned, and you can join our Discord server at discord.gg/Alestrals. Check out the Twitter to enter the giveaway and show some love. We've been having a blast revealing some incredible Alestrals, and I appreciate all your support. So be sure to check out the project. You don't want to miss out, because we've got awesome Alestrals like Majesty here. All right, so back into it. We got a little bit of some story spoilers here as just an FYI. Various champions of the league have already been shown in trailers. Also a reminder, because some of you will inevitably ask, it was previously officially revealed that in Paldea there are multiple trainers who have the champion rank. There isn't just one. So very interesting take here that there's more than one champion in Paldea. What does that mean? Is it a yearly tournament instead? Like, are they going a different route than the traditional E4, become a champion? Is there someone who's a champion and they're not a champion anymore? I don't know. It's interesting to see, but we'll have to wait and see how that all plays out. But again, worth noting there for sure. Someone asked Centro, there's a sushi and a sushi chef Pokemon, and Centro says yes. And then again, some light story spoilers. You fight them both at the same time as a story boss. So you not only get a sushi Pokemon, but a sushi chef Pokemon. That's actually really cool for those of you guys out there who are big sushi fans. We'll have to wait and see how that kind of all develops. But again, a very interesting bit of information here. Not just a sushi, but a sushi chef as well. And I remember, like, in yesterday's video, I think it was, I was a little concerned or confused rather whether it was one or the other, or they were getting confused. But apparently this is the distinction that there are two different Pokemon here. One is a sushi and one is a sushi chef. I had mentioned previously that it's been leaked that the egg system or breeding is no longer in the game, but there's a new egg system that may be related to this picnic mechanic where you can like wash your Pokemon and stuff. Centro says, while we don't have more details, it seems the new system to get eggs is more passive and it's better for busy people. Sounds like it could be time-based instead of input or step-based. This could be good or bad, right? Like, there's the benefit of it being time-based where you get your eggs and then you hatch them and then that's it. You don't have to actively be playing to get the eggs to hatch. Then there's the downside of, like, if you're trying to grind for a particular, you know, IV or something, you're gonna put the time in to do it. If you have to wait a day for those eggs to hatch, if anything, that actually slows people down, right? So I think that there's got to be some balance there. So I don't want to get too up in arms about this yet because we haven't seen it yet. I'm all in favor of them tweaking the breeding system to give the results faster. The reality of it is, guys, like most of us watching this are hardcore Pokemon fans, or at least very into the franchise, but nobody wants to spend 30, 40 hours breeding an egg, right? I mean, generally speaking, it's a few hours if you have the right kind of resources to breed. As someone who's done a lot of breeding, right? It's usually an hour to get, you know, a perfect Pokemon if you have a good Ditto and things of that nature. So it could take a full day to breed a team. So, but if you have to wait a day to get 6 eggs, it doesn't really make sense. Now they're gonna switch over to the paradox discussion. These paradox forms, we don't know if these are actually what they're called, but that's what they've been called. And generally just all the forms in the game. So to recap, we've got regional forms of Wooper, which is obviously poison and ground. And then it's we've got Tauros having a regional form, 3 different forms: a fighting one, a fighting and a fire one, and then a fighting and either ice or water. We don't know what that secondary typing is. There's gonna be new evolutions in the game for Primeape. Primeape getting a new evolution, which apparently has a unique evolution method that is one of the more annoying ones or harder ones to get. And of course, our little buddy Wooper gonna get a new evolution as well. One of the leaked evolutions is Giraffe Rig, which I'm particularly very excited for. Some people are speculating that its name might be Giraffe, or what is it? Farig Giraffe. Could be its name. Dunsparce getting a new evolution, but apparently it looks very similar to Dunsparce. And then Bisharp getting a new evolution as well. Then focusing on the Paradox Pokemon, the past ones we have Jigglypuff, Amoonguss, Volcarona, Salamence, Donphan, Mischievous, Magneton, and then Suicune pushed off for DLC. And then for future Violet forms, we have Delibird, Gallade, Volcarona, Tyranitar, Donphan, Hariyama, Zvilus, and Virizion. It's worth noting that Paradox Hydreigon or Paradox Vilus has pretty much been confirmed, but we're not sure which one. And one of the Paradox Volcarona switches its fire typing. The other one apparently switches its bug typing. So one form of Volcarona, there's two different Volcaronas, a past one and a future one. One of them is fire and something, and the other one is bug and something. Paradox Delibird switches its flying type, so it'll be ice and something else. We're also not sure whether the Gallade is Kirlia or Gardevoir, but rather we know it's like kind of a mix of all of them apparently. And then reporting from other sources, all Paradox Mons are dual type, which could be really interesting for something like a Donphan. Donphan, as you know, is pure ground, so it gaining another typing could actually be really cool. Hariyama is another one, Mischievous as well, two Pokemon that already have single typing, so gaining a second typing as being a dual typing as a Paradox Mon could be really beneficial to them. So I dig it. I like this. This is really cool. I'm a big regional form fan. I love forms. These are obviously a little bit different, and they're actually a lot of bit different because they all have a similar powerful ability, apparently. Much like Ultra Beasts all have the ability Beast Boost, Paradox Pokemon are going to have some sort of special ability that kind of unifies them in a way. I'm not quite sure what that ability is. Maybe it's something like a Beast Boost. Maybe it's something where they get a boost when they are entering the field. Maybe it's something where they, I don't know, something that's going to make them strong. And apparently, they also have a very high base stat total as well. They have increased base stat totals, potentially like how Megas get a base stat total increase, which is 100 points. If you give 100 points to each of these Pokemon, though, like I feel like some of them are going to be straight busted no matter what. So I doubt it'll be 100. Maybe it's 50 base stat points, or maybe it's depending on the Pokemon, right? Because something like a Mischievous isn't going to have nearly the base stats of like a Salamence. Also, to clarify, Paradox Mons are obtainable to catch as many as you like in a specific story-related area of the endgame. Which, at this point, we're kind of speculating to be the center region of the map in Paldea, just because it's like this void area that seems to be, you know, kind of what the whole region is built around. So, I feel like it's probably that area. That's just a good guess. So that's pretty much everything going on for the news today. A little bit of information about the Paradox forms. Obviously, that leaked Pokemon screenshot, which is pretty nuts. Thinking it could be that new fish Pokemon, but we're not sure. A little bit of clarity on the sushi Pokemon and the sushi chef, and a little bit of other stuff sprinkled in there, of course, regarding the champion and everything in between. Hope you guys enjoyed these leaks and news updates for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Check out my project, Alestrals. You can find a link in the description below, and show some love for Majesty. And that's gonna be it for me, guys. My name is Dan. I also go by Adrive, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.